Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 2131. We have a Zephy update. You won't be seeing Zephy on screen unless she walks behind me. She's actually on the other side of the curtain laying on the tile floor. She's a little gun shy today. But update on Zephy. So yesterday she went to the vet to have her blood glucose level tested. And the really cool news was it was 140, which is really good. Although the max is 145. So on blood glucose, they want to see them between 43 and 145. And she was sitting at 140. So I looked at the vet and I said to him, since she has been doing really well with her blood glucose levels, because last 2 weeks beforehand it was 133, the time before that was 123. So it's been building up. I said, I don't want to have her go the opposite way from being hypoglycemic to being diabetic. And he's like, yeah. I said, can we drop one of those 2 steroid tablets? Because the steroid tablet she has actually lasts 24 hours, but they wanted me to give it to her once every 12 hours. So she always had that double protection in there. And he said, yes. Yay! We are losing the tablet. Yes. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. But there is a downside. So he was more than happy to reduce that. There is a downside to yesterday's meeting, though. Zephy is currently off the okay to travel list. The last week or so we've had on the back of her neck, she's been having these lesions of some sort come up. And so I asked them to have a look at that, and they ended up shaving, which is why I'm not bringing her on screen, because it is not pretty. She has been shaved from the back of her neck, back of her head, from her ears down over her neck, down below her shoulder blades, and it's this big rectangular area. And it's very red, very swollen. There's a couple of places where it's scabbing over because she's been itching it a couple of times. But she has had a severe allergic reaction to something. We don't know what the something is. And they even came back and said that the red actually goes halfway down her back, the redness. So what they did is that they gave her an antibacterial wash, completely washed the whole area and everything else to get rid of whatever is there that's causing the allergic reaction. And so, yes, so she has this bare patch, and it actually goes, when she has her harness on, it goes underneath her harness on the back area. And so I've been told to not put any topical stuff on there because I was spraying Bactin on there, and they told me to stop that because they want to keep the area as dry as possible. She is on an antibiotic for the next 7 days. Is that one twice a day? No, that one's once a day. And then she's on a twice a day antihistamine, which is stronger than Claritin, which she's already on Claritin. But even with the Claritin that she was on, it didn't stop this allergic reaction. So they said, we'll take her off the Claritin. So we got rid of another medication. We're balancing this out. And she's on this antihistamine, which is stronger than Claritin, and it's actually a chewable, and she likes it. Because there's been some that they've said to me, this is a chewable, it'll be fine. And she hasn't liked the chewables at all. This is a chewable she actually likes. So she gets that one twice a day, and so she gets her steroid in the morning with one of the antihistamine tablets. Then in the evening, she gets her antibiotic with the other antihistamine tablets. And that's all she's on. I've been told to remove her off the probiotics that I had her on and just keep her on these meds. And we're going back this coming Saturday because the vet wants to see us back this Saturday so that we can evaluate everything again and see how she's responding to the medication, because she's only on the antihistamine and the antibiotic for 7 days. And so he wants to see if we need to do another course of those 2 medications, or if we can take her off those and just keep her on the 1 steroid a day. I'm praying that we get to keep her on 1 steroid for the moment, and then maybe before she goes to New Zealand, or just after she gets to New Zealand, we can remove the other steroid if things keep going well. So that's our update. And like I said, I'm not going to bring her on screen because it's not pretty. I sent a picture to my mum and dad yesterday, and they go, that looks revolting. I'm sort of like, yeah, I am not putting her on screen. Like I said, the only way you'll see her on screen is if she happens to walk behind and you happen to glimpse her in the background. So yeah, so that's the update on Zephy. So we're just working with her, and I've got to stop her from scratching as well. And like I've got these little t-shirts that I can put on her. The only problem is at the back of her head, which is where the lesions are, is still exposed. And so I'm trying to find ways to stop her from scratching, apart from looking at her and seeing her put her back foot up and going, no. And she's been pretty good about that. But the antihistamine has helped a lot because it's taking away the itchy. So that's a good thing too. So we're at that right now, and I'm trying to figure out when to take her for a walk, because currently we've got rain for the next hour and a half. It's raining outside, yes, and supposed to be thunderstorms as well. But this place is pretty insulated when it comes to thunderstorms, unless it's directly overhead, we don't hear it. And so I'm sort of like, when do I take her for a walk? Because I'm trying to keep this area dry, and by the time the rain finishes, it's going to be dark. And I'm getting on a Zoom with my parents and my in an hour. So with my parents, my brother and sister-in-law in an hour, so we can get all updated and all caught up and everything else. So unfortunately, travel plans are currently on hold, but I am still sorting. I got a lot of sorting done today because I couldn't go. I was supposed to go out and I was planning on going out and tidying up the front yard where the weeds are and getting them all trimmed up and just trimming the grass. The grass is not even long enough to grow, but it has sort of grown out on the pavement. So just neaten up all the edges and that sort of stuff. But of course, the rain came this morning after we got back from our walk. So that didn't get done. But instead, I was inside and got a lot of stuff done. I've got a huge pile of stuff to take to Goodwill, which is awesome. There is a couple of things I have to go through because we've got a mix, like I've got toys that we're donating, and there's a basket with a mixture of toys, and so I have to make sure all the toys have all their bits and pieces and everything else. And before I take them over, I've got a basket full of shoes. And that's one. I have my favorite Skechers, and I don't even know what the style is called, but I haven't been able to wear them because the lining on top of the sole had crumpled up, and I hate anything that is not smooth on my feet. It's okay if it's textured like flip-flops or something like that, but when it's cloth that's bunched up under your feet, yeah, I don't do well with it. But when I was sorting through the shoes, I came across them. I was like, dang it. And I found out I could take the sole out completely, the inner sole, and I had these Dr. Scholl's inner soles with gels on them that you can trim. And so I thought, I wonder if these will work. So I put them in there. I have a brand new pair of shoes. New inner soles in my shoes, and they are fabulous. Absolutely love them, and I'm so glad. I just got to wash them now because they're white. Well, they're a dirty white right now, but they're my favorite Skechers ever. And the fact that I couldn't wear them because of the way the inner sole had gone, I was sort of like happy that I had found these Dr. Scholl inner sole gel inner soles, trimmed them in, put them in, and they work fabulously. And I've been walking around the house in them today. I don't have them on right now though because it's bare feet time. I hate wearing shoes. So I've got a whole bunch of shoes, toys, some clothes. What else did we get sorted today? I have a box. It's full of Post-it notes. I kid you not, all size Post-it notes. I've got the little ones to the regular size ones to the bigger ones with the lines on them. What other size did they have in there? Little flags. It's not full. It's only half full. But I know I have more Post-it notes around the house. So I've got this box, which is just collecting Post-it notes, and we'll just keep throwing them because I'm trying to put like stuff together so it makes it easier to sort. And the recycling bin has started to fill up. I've still got a few hours that I can fill up before I have to take it out for the trash in the morning. So we may do some more shredding tonight. I don't know. Haven't thought about that much. But yeah, so taking care of Zephy today, making sure she doesn't scratch. And the fact that she's now down to 1 steroid. And I've already noticed a difference in her energy levels when we went out this morning, because she did not get a steroid last night. She got a steroid this morning. And when we went out, she was more energetic than she has been in a long time, which is totally awesome. She's back to pre-seizure, almost pre-seizure energy, and playfulness and things like that as well. So, and it didn't seem to bother her that she had the harness on. I just don't want that area getting wet, but it may have to happen because we got to go for a walk. And I don't know how long I'm going to be on Zoom with my parents. That could go for a couple of hours. And yeah, that's asking Zephy to cross her legs just a little too long. So that's our latest update on Zephy. She's down to 1 steroid, but of course she's now on antibiotics and antihistamines for the next 7 days until next Saturday. And on Saturday, we will reevaluate everything and see if she needs another course of those, but praying that that's not needed and that there's a huge improvement in her skin and the skin conditions over the next few days. And the vet's concerned because underneath the skin where it's all red, it's hard. So he's not exactly sure what's going on with that, but we're hoping that part of the swelling is part of the swelling and it will go down with the antihistamines and the antibiotics. So that's where we're at right now. We're on travel hold right now, but if we can get this cleaned up. But I'm still aiming for a July departure. I said to my parents, I said, I'm still aiming for July departure on all of this. So we will see what happens and how that goes. I don't want to have to delay the trip any further. I really don't. I was supposed to be leaving this month. We're in June. I was supposed to leave May. And now we're pushed back to July. And I really don't want to have to push it back any further. So anyway, that's where we are at. That's a Zephy update. That's a moving update. And we are out of here. So go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. And I will be on tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Pacific because I have my AI class has gone back to weekly now. So I will be doing with that and get that out of the way. Then go walk Zephy, come back and do the podcast. So we'll be on at 7 p.m. on Mondays for the foreseeable future. So, but all the other ones will be at 6 p.m. unless I tell you otherwise. So